Do me a favor, man. Come this way. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
Hands behind my back. Got it. Got it. Is there any reason y'all doing this, bro?
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Good job, guys. Good job, guys.
It's a problem. I need everybody's name.
They're writing all your
I need everybody's name. You know what I'm saying? And I need to find out who made that call in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I
It
mean?
came from the bank.
Yeah.
Came from the
I need
bank.
to find out who made the
That's
call.
fine. That's fine. You have all right to do so.
Yeah, I got.
But
Can I speak to a manager in an office somewhere? Have you ever considered doing
I'm
something
gonna
like that?
consider it now that y'all
Okay.
fucking drew guns on me.
Yeah.
I was trying to take money out. But up to this point, at every Bank of America I ever gone to in my entire fucking life, just never happened.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So y'all explaining y'all perspective, right?
Yeah.
Y'all the ones with guns and vests. You know what I'm saying? What's my perspective? What's my perspective?
I don't know.
At the bank, she never said it was a fucking problem, bro.
Yeah.
I said, hey, is that gonna be okay with you? She said, yeah. I put my own card in, put my own pin in. She asked to see my ID. I gave it to her.
Yeah.
And she goes in the back, and I'm waiting for the and then the people keep coming out. Hey, they taking care of you. They taking care of you. Everything's it's taking a little while. Next thing I hear fucking Glocks.
Yeah.
I hear Glocks getting pulled out. That's what I hear.
You're a Glock.
I hear Glocks getting pulled out from unholstering. Hey, sir, can I talk to you for a minute? You understand what I'm saying? So you see my perspective.
Yeah.
What it do? This is your brother Bishop of Bishop Zone TV. And today's topic, I gotta go in on this Ryan Coogler situation. If y'all don't know who Ryan Coogler is, he is the director of Black Panther, the classic Black Panther, the monumental Black Panther, the cultural movement of this past decade, at least in I would just regulate it to black culture, but in culture, American culture, period, that Black Panther, that director, Ryan Coogler, who also brought us Creed and Fruitvale Station, a very, very talented brother, man. This is one of my favorite young black filmmakers, and one of my favorite filmmakers, period, right now, man. Brother is killing it, man. He was killing it before Black Panther, and unfortunately, he became the victim of racial profiling. So there's a video that just leaked that I believe was from January 6th. It was from earlier this year. And it shows police officer coming up to Ryan Coogler at a bank, Bank of America in Atlanta. And they pulled a gun on him. One of the officers pulled a gun on him when he was reaching for his pocket because he didn't know what was going on. And of course, they sent him outside, they handcuffed him, they brought him outside, they realized who he was let go, this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, right? What's the big deal? What's the problem? They let him go. It was a minor mistake. Bull fucking shit. So let's break this down because this shit got me hot, y'all. I mean, I'm really pissed off on this one, as you should be, especially as a black man around his age too. Yeah, I feel some kind of way about this. So Ryan Coogler goes into the bank and he's withdrawing a large sum of cash, which, why should that be a problem? Right? That's perfectly normal. But black men, especially black men dressed like Ryan Coogler, do not withdraw cash. They don't withdraw large amounts of cash, evidently. And a black bank teller, she thinks it's suspicious because he slips her a note. Now, let me just say this. I've seen a lot of people actually excusing this racial profiling. Let me tell you, it is racial profiling. Yes, I know the bank teller was black and the manager, she was black. These were two black women. Not saying anything about black women, but this is just facts. These were two black women who racially profiled a black man. The reason why this bank teller thought he was suspicious was because it was a black man handing her a note that said, be discreet. Because that's what Ryan Coogler did. He handed her a note. Now, he didn't just hand her a note. This is what some people want you to believe. This is why some people are excusing the bank teller's actions. They always find an excuse for racist behavior. And it is racist. I'm going to get to that. He gave her his ID. We know that because of the 911 call where she verifies that he did hand her an ID. And he gave her a PIN number.
He's a black male. And every time I ask him like a question, he's like, look at the note. So, but he inserted his debit card, and then I asked for his ID. His ID is a California ID. But I didn't look at his name because I'm just like so shook up. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do. So I just told him, give me one moment. I have to get my manager.
Okay, so none of his information was even verified. Okay. He might just want to be discreet, but I have police him around.
Yeah, I mean, he might. It just seems weird.
All you have to do as an employee is look at the motherfucking ID. Look at his name, look at his face. Hey, tell him, could you put your mask down? Okay, it's you. Just want to make sure. That's all you had to do. And she didn't do it. Because in her mind, wait a minute, something going on. Look at the way he dressed. He's black. You know niggas don't be carrying. You know niggas don't be withdrawing large amounts of money. We know niggas don't be withdrawing large amounts of money like this. Not just like this. He got to be up to something. He's from out of state. Let me tell you this, people. The reason why I say this is a racial profiling case is because white supremacy is not just a human being. It's not. White supremacy is not necessarily attributed to white people. Okay? Think bigger than that. It's not about a human being. It's about a mentality. And a lot of our people can have a white supremacist mentality. That's facts. Sometimes some of our people can be worse than white people. And in this situation, she was no different than a Karen. She was no different. Her and the manager. I believe that's the manager telling the officer, good job. They were no different. And she didn't do her job properly. I don't know who this woman is, but man, we need to do some investigations. Whoever she is, just like how we do the Karens. I don't care if she's a quote unquote sister. Ain't no sister of mine calling the police on me. We need to figure out who these people are. And hopefully, because this happened in January, hopefully they don't have a job anymore. Hopefully they are fired. Because if they're still employed by Bank of America, we have some problems, Bank of America. But the gall of her to just call the police, just automatically assume the worst. If the man was robbing a bank, he would have had a gun. And the slip would have said, be quiet, I'm robbing a bank. Give me all the fucking money. That's not what took place. He provided his ID. He provided his PIN number. What more do you need? What more do you need? Then a cop comes. And he draws his weapon. He draws his weapon on an unarmed black man. This is a black cop. This is a black cop in a so-called black ass city. And it was a black bank teller and a black manager who called the cops on a young black male. such as Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler from Oakland, California. In his so-called Black Mecca. And his so-called Wakanda as T.I. said it was. T.I. said it was Wakanda. And here you have Ryan Coogler, who's responsible for the popularization of Wakanda. In so-called Wakanda, being profiled by black people. I'm telling you right now, I got love for Atlanta. And it's bigger than Atlanta too, but we specifically talking about Atlanta since it happened in Atlanta. But there is a classism issue going on. That Black Mecca shit, it is some prosperity amongst the black community in Atlanta, more so than in other places. But don't say that bullshit. That's just a good marketing tactic, I promise y'all. Because you see it right there. It's not enough to put black people in certain positions of power only to replace it with white supremacy tactics, white supremacy behavior. That shit is out. That's why I don't let black politicians get a pass, especially in cities like Atlanta, DC, or Houston. Because the average black person sees that and is like, oh man, that's good, that's a touch. But it's black people starving in there. But that's another topic. We got to stop giving these people passes. We got to call them out for what they are. This shit was unacceptable. Ryan Coogler could be dead by now. He could have been dead. We could have been talking about RIP. And this reminds me of the George Floyd protest in Atlanta when black cops, when it was what? It was two college students that were driving through, and I guess an area downtown when they shut it down after the protest that they shouldn't have driven through. They didn't know. They were just trying to go to school. And the police basically brutalized them right there on camera. And you had several black people. I'm going to call one of them out because I really don't fuck with him. Isaac Hayes Jr., who covered up for this police, for these police officers' actions. These were black police officers. He covered up for them. He tried to defend them before all the evidence came out that, oh yeah, the police were in the wrong.
Put him down, man. Put him down. Put him down. Because they're trying to protect this image of Atlanta being this black Mecca for everybody to come and enjoy, and it's all right. And with exception to the rule. With exception to the rule. Killer Mike too, man. I ain't got too many problems with Killer Mike, but sometimes Killer Mike be harping hard on this image, on this symbolic image of Atlanta that doesn't exist to the extent that they try to promote it as. There's some bullshit right here, man. And man, hey, like I said, man, shouts out to Ryan Coogler, man. That's a good dude, man. That's a good brother. I don't know him, but judging him from his interviews, all I can do is just judge him from afar. Judging from his interviews and certain things that he's done, man, that's a good brother. That's a positive brother. So for him to go through this shit, man, especially all that he's accomplished by his own people, so-called own people, it's a problem. That's a problem. And let me tell you this, and that gun being pulled on him, that'll haunt him for the rest of his life. I don't know. You know, Ryan Coogler is such a good dude. Maybe he's not asking for these people to be fired or something. I don't know, but I'm asking for it. I'm asking for the information to be released. But yeah, a gun being pulled on you, that sticks with you forever. That's traumatizing. That's traumatizing. I've had a police officer, a black police officer, the first time I ever experienced racial profiling and police brutality was at the hands of a black officer when I was in high school, 10th grade, and he threatened my life. I never forget that. And we committed no crime. But we were profiled because the black cop was showing out for the white cop. I never forget this. Bald-headed black cop in Longview, Texas. He was a twin. We all know who he is. The twin, old-ass, bald-headed twin officers, black twin officers. I'm going for the gusto. Because it is what it is, man. I'm in my 30s now. I got my own family, and that still sticks with me. So, you know, we got to really look at this thing and look at how, you know, we treat black men. That's okay to say we treat black men wrongly in America, even some of our own. How we can look at black men. And I'm not, like I said, this is not about calling out black women, because it's black men. Like I said, I just told you, the officer who profiled me and my friends, and we committed no crime when we were in 10th grade and threatened me. He was black. He was an older black man. But we really need to harp on how our own people can have these extreme forms of white supremacy. And I guarantee you that dumbass bank teller, because she's an idiot. Listen to the 911 call. She's a fucking idiot. She's a horrible employee. She didn't even verify. I gotta keep saying it. She didn't even verify that was him on the ID. I bet they wasn't some Candace Owens type black folks. See, it's easy to call out them people. I bet they were not. Who knows their political beliefs? But I guarantee you, one of them was not some black person who has this disdain for black people in general. No, they got a type. So I just had to get this out here, man, because this shit really pissed me off. Like I said, that could have been any one of us. And I'm talking, when I say us, I'm talking about black men. There would have been no Black Panther 2. And it's bigger than that. That brother would have not been here on this earth. I don't care how you flip this shit around. I don't care how you say, man, shouldn't have slipped a note. Some of y'all are so used to excusing racism. You disgust me. I am throwing up. Fuck out of here. No, but look, I'm through. I'm done. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you agree or you disagree. Until next time, get at me. Holla.